It's the end of the day with Ray. Hello, my friends. Well, folks, today we're going to jump in the gigantic, sharp, interactive board. I want to share some thoughts because I'm asking you a question above three logos that we've all seen before. The logos are Sycamore Partner, Staples, Essendant. Above them, I'm saying the death of the office supply dealer. Will the print dealer be next? I don't know if you all heard the big news or not, but it's news worth paying attention to. Essendant, which is owned by Staples, and Essendant is one of the largest distributors of office supplies to the office supply dealer channel, decided, we don't want to use dealers anymore. That's huge, folks. That's huge. And so you have to ask yourself, why is Essendant not wanting to use dealers anymore? Is it too costly? Is it too much management? Is it too much noise? Is there a way they could go to those end users without those dealers? Ladies and gentlemen, this could be the death of the supply dealer. And, that industry's been under some major pressure, just like the print industry. But folks, I think our industry, those friends of mine that sell supply and service print equipment, better wake up and pay attention to what's going on between Essendant and their dealers. It wasn't too long ago that Staples gave Dex the boot, right? Boy, that whole thing, what a disaster that was. When I predicted that a mega dealer would get together with either Office Depot or Staples, I had a vision of how that would work. And, when Dex got together with Staples, I was so excited about that. And then it just went to hell, the whole thing. Just was like my dream just woke up in a nightmare. They never integrated any kind of e-commerce strategy right through COVID. I mean, can you believe this? Dex Imaging, all of their customers, and you got Staples and Staples.com, and neither one of them are working together. We can't do it because this software don't talk to that software. It's like, what in the hell? Figure it out, people. Never figured anything out. As a matter of fact, that Dex Staples thing got to be such a ridiculous, marriage that I predicted that they would separate. That Dex would buy himself back from Staples. And of course, that prediction came true too. And then we heard Dex talking about how they were going to be $1 billion. Well, where the hell's the $1 billion? Because that was 18 months ago, and a lot of people are saying, what the hell's Dex even doing today? We know they did that thing with the IT thing, which was crazy, way out of what they used to talk about. And we're not hearing a whole lot about that anymore. But folks, things are being shaken up. When major players, like I said, decide, hey, we don't really want to deal with dealers anymore. When Staples can't figure out how to use that dealer footprint to its advantage, that's mind-boggling in itself. Or is this all about Sycamore Partners and private equity folks just ripping out all the assets they can, destroying these businesses like private equity does most times? I mean, folks, I got to tell you, this is just crazy stuff, right? But it's a question we got to be asking ourselves. Is the death of the office supply dealer here, for one thing? I think it is. And will the print dealer be next? I'm sure you've read the article out there. This one I found in OPI. Y'all remember back when Staples acquired Essendant? They acquired it for nearly $1 billion with their debt. That's a big number. And, sure, back in those days, that was, by the way, September of 2018. Not too damn long ago, right? And I'm sure they made all kinds of promises to the dealers. Oh, everything's going to be just fantastic. Nothing's going to change. We love all our dealers. Well, I guess things do change. But folks, I got to tell you, it's all about the changes in processes, complexity, and services. And when I think about my friends that sell supply and service print equipment, I think we better be paying attention to the changes in processes for that print industry. It might be too late for the office supply industry, but it might not be too late for the print industry. If they start waking up and if they start paying attention when they get slapped in the face by disruption, instead of just ignoring it. And folks, what I'm talking about in the print industry is Inkjet Technology. I've been talking about it for a long time, and there's a reason. There was a purpose behind all this. Some folks think Ray just makes stuff up, gets on there, tries to promote people that pay him and all this crazy nonsense. I'm trying to tell you all, the print industry in the office environment is going through hell. It's being disrupted. And one day you're all going to wake up and you're going to find out, oh, man, things changed so drastically, I just can't even make any money anymore. Folks, the OEMs that are working with print dealers are thinking the exact same way that Essendant was thinking. Is there a better way to do this? Do we really need to have the dealers in the business processes that haven't changed since the 70s and 80s? Because basically they haven't. Do we really need to be selling products out there that are costly? Or do we need to change the game so drastically with the products that we could probably redefine how those products get to the end user just because the changes are so drastic? And that's where Inkjet comes in, folks, and I've been telling you all this. We got Kyocera in the high-end space. They've been doing quite well with that thing, and I keep beating on and break it downstream, right? You got Rizzo doing very well in that space. I keep beating on them, expand the damn portfolio of products. You got Epson in that space. I don't know what the hell they're doing, but they're the ones that had a great opportunity to go in and really disrupt business printing. And it's time for these folks to do it, okay? And it's time for dealers to figure out what inkjet strategy you're going to adopt to for business. And you better figure it out now, because the OEMs, look, you know, I could say they're all listening to the end of the day with Ray and they're going to bring inkjet to business. And I would be right. Probably they are all listening to the end of the day with Ray. And I believe they all will bring inkjet to business. It's just a matter of time. And Epson's already there. They just got to figure out how to expand their marketplace. It's the reason I started the inkjet revolution, ladies and gentlemen. It was because of the process changes in business printing. It's because of the age of our technicians that are all going to retire one day. It's because end users don't want to evaluate service by how many times you show up and that you show up quick. They want to evaluate products that don't need service. And all you crazy people that think your service is going to, you know, supersede a great relationship, you're nuts. And sooner or later, someone's going to bring into the marketplace products that don't break near as much as laser. We all know that would be inkjet. Someone's going to figure out how to deliver business printing in inkjet through inkjet machines, black and white and color. And when they do, they're going to disrupt the living crap out of laser. And all those great relationships that gave great service are going to be completely disrupted. You know, folks, all those office products resellers, all those dealers, if they did a survey, if they polled their customers would have said, oh, we love these people. They give us great service. Now, kind of irrelevant, as their major supplier of the product says, we're going to find a better way to get to these people. Ladies and gentlemen, it doesn't matter how damn good your service is. It matters what's going on in your industry. And it matters how you adapt to what's going on in your industry in ways that make sense. In ways that help those customers that you're so eager to service and support. You have to give them the best relationship possible for the times. And if we believe in our minds, those friends of mine that sell and supply and service print equipment, that delivering equipment, servicing and supporting that equipment the same way we did in 1980 is relevant and is a great experience, I'm telling you all, you're nuts. And you better rethink your strategy. Because sometimes it's not up to you. Sometimes the market moves without you. Those that can anticipate it, those that can plan for it, those that can look behind the horizon and actually envision what things could be based on what they should be, will end up winning. Those that want to stay in the 1980s and 1990s and brag about how great their service is, delivering toner on a Sunday or whatever the nonsense is, you're going to get left behind. And folks, the times we're in and what's going on with Essendant is proven that every day you can wake up and get that realization that slaps you in the face so hard you can't even imagine. Don't be one of those folks, because everybody watching me knows this. Status quo is the killer of all that'll be invented. Don't get stuck there, and I'll see y'all tomorrow.